Okay, anzi wakaregister kuvota chikomana chipinde CCC president Nelson Chamisa. Zimbabwe oye oye. Corruption yakangozara nyika iwe tuzvigarini tichingotema tema iwe chatinongoda ishanduko chatinochemera sununguko nemayuti sununguko nemamisha sununguko nyika yese inodawo mabasa nyika yese inotoda zvipatara migwagwa yedu inotoda kugadzirwa mari yedu inotoda kuchengetwa misa iwe famba nesu chamisa iwe chamisa iwe vana venyu famba nemafamisa iwe
Good morning, good afternoon, Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to our weekly news review. Let me welcome our listeners on Zimai as well, because we are live on Zimai, YouTube, Zimai, Facebook, and we are also live on Change Radio, the radio itself. We are live on Change Radio, YouTube. We welcome you. And let me take this opportunity to welcome DJ Prof. Thank you for joining us, DJ. Please, Sangana Inevanu, Agate Radio itself. We are live on Change Radio YouTube. We welcome you. And let me take this opportunity to welcome DJ.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but there is a delay there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe someone is someone on the channel is listening to us while is also online. So can we
we are good now. I think we are good now.
Thank you. Welcome viewers and listeners to Change Radio News Review. Like we always do every Sunday, to give you what has been transpiring throughout the week. And we are here today and to give you all the dishes that we have preparing for you for the whole week. Stories making the headlines, breaking news, and all the things that you want to hear. I know in everywhere you are, you want to hear more that has to do with the process that is happening in the CCC. We'll give you a hint of it as we go. Thank you.
And we have just been joined by Champion Loveness. Please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners.
Thank you very much, Chief. Greetings to you, Chief, and the Professor, and our champion, wakadzima kamera. Toda kukuona iwo. Makadii henyu regai nditore mukana uno kuti ndimhorese vadiwa vateereri. Makadii matiimana enyika kwamuri, mamuka sei, maswera sei, depending on where you are. Thank you very much for following us, and thank you for taking your time to be with us on this program. Please take your time as well to share this video kuti ifambe makuti mana ose enyika agone kuziva kuti chii chiri kuitika. Over to you, Chief.
Thank you so much. We will get right into it because we have another big program that is coming where we are talking to someone from the Labour caucus. But before we get into that, we want to go through all the topics, all the hot topics that made the headlines throughout this week. And of course, the biggest of them is the CCC caucuses that have been going on. They are known as or dubbed citizen caucuses. This is a process where citizens were being given an opportunity to validate the candidates that they nominated, whether they are the names that they nominated, the actual people that they nominated, and also those that made it through the party's security check, which was the second stage. We had the first stage, the nomination stage, and then the security and background check, and then the third stage, which is the citizen caucuses or the citizen validation process. And it was done across the nation yesterday, in, except of course Harare in Bulawayo province, but all the other provinces held their successful citizen caucuses where members of parliament were nominated into being representatives of the citizen movement. And there was excitement, pomp and fanfare in Mutare, in Gweru, all over the country. People are happy that they were given an opportunity to nominate. Never in the history of political parties have we had people nominating or getting an opportunity to nominate people at street level, people sitting down at streets, in the streets, and saying, we want this councillor, we want this member of parliament to represent us. And, so people are just excited. We saw the excitement yesterday. This is a foolproof process, and citizens are happy, the candidates are happy, everyone is happy. So yes, CCC is ready for the next election. DJ Prof, before we play the videos, if you want to just come in and give us your thoughts on the citizen nomination process.
Thank you so much. We saw a number of jubilants from a number of countries across the country. People are happy. People are welcoming their choices in the name of candidates that they want them to represent them. I mean, in the plebiscite election, the harmonized election that is coming in few months to come, or in a month to come. People are happy, Chief, and the citizens are happy. Like you said, the CCC basically had made history, and it is the new thing. The new way of doing politics that has come with the able leader, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, to say the people must choose their own candidates. The people must choose their own representatives. But however, we know stones were thrown from different angles. People wanted to go back to the system of the politics that they know, saying that we are waiting for elections. But remember, the CCC now is saying elections, normally according to the constitution of the political parties, is done within the party. The person who is a member is the one that is supposed to go into the election. But now we are saying, even if you are not a member of the party, just merely because you are a citizen, you are represented by the people, you need to come and choose to say, this is the person that we want. Chief, Drums are played everywhere. People are looting everywhere. People are heavy, are in joyous mood because of this process. And this process, just to mention, is that it's going smoothly, no violence. I know there are doomsayers who are waiting to hear what is going to happen, who are waiting to see the violence. But I know we are going to speak of one of the violence that happens today in Chinhoyi. That's exactly what people are sending to create that way that Triple C is violent, yet they are sending their surrogates to perpetrate violence. But as a anti-violent party, we are moving in that direction. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, DJ Profile. Leo, you can go ahead and play the video so that it's evidence of the jubilation. Need I say more? You can see that the citizens are happy, people are happy with the process. So we will move on to the next topic of the day, which is Ngarivhume convicted. Jacob Ngarivhume is the leader for Transform Zimbabwe, and he was one of the people that organized the 31 First protest, which was a protest against the massive corruption that we see in Zimbabwe. And that corruption is still happening now. Honorable Job Scala is also in jail because of some of those issues. Of course, he was eventually taken back in jail because of the murder of Mo Blessing Ali. But we know that Honorable Job Scala has a pending case. He actually has 4 cases on him. And now we've seen the conviction of Jacob Ngarivhume, who has been sentenced to 4 years in jail and 1 year suspended. So he's actually going to serve 3 years. I must say this is a very sad development in our democracy. Of course, we do not have democracy in Zimbabwe, but it's a very sad development. This is ZANU-PF intimidating citizens. ZANU-PF are telling the citizens that if you do this, if you oppose us, if you expose us, if you tell the world about what we are doing, about the corruption that we are doing, we are going to arrest you and will throw you in jail and throw away the keys. But I know people are not perturbed by that. People are not going to move back. We are not going to move back. We are not going to stop pointing the finger where it is supposed to be. We are not going to stop exposing ZANU-PF because of what they are doing. My sister Loveness, you can go ahead and just tell us how you felt when you heard that Jacob Ngarivhume has been convicted and eventually sentenced to 4 years in jail. Yeah, on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, mute.
Sorry. Thank you very much. I was speaking to someone last night when he was asking me about justice, and I told that person that I don't think if justice exists, because in Zimbabwe, most of the people mass sentences, they are the innocent ones. Anyone anenge atraya kuita come up with something chinenge chiedza kusunungura citizens of Zimbabwe, that person anobva atosungwa and otopiwa makore mujere, and mhondi chaidzo mbavha chaidzo vari kunyatsonyora mutemo chaivo, they are not even getting arrested. Even if they get arrested, vanongopiwa bail pasina kana kunyengererwa kana kuita sei, but those people who are innocent avapiwi. Is something that is not good. Kumbunyikidzwa kwakazara muZimbabwe kuburikidza nehurumende yeZANU-PF. That's my take, Chief. Over to you.
Very quickly, DJ Prof, your very quick comments before we see the video on Ngarivhume.
I think it's just to say it's unfortunate that the judiciary has turned it into a bedroom complex with some politicians, which is unfortunate to a country, a well-educated country like Zimbabwe, where we think that the rule of law must be the guide to our democracy, must be a guide to people's peace and love in the country. This way we are going, Chief, the country has gone to the dogs. That's what I can just say for now.
Yes, you can go ahead and play the video.
Resources are shared equally. We are saying no to corruption. Corruption has depleted away the livelihoods of the people. So Zimbabwe, come together. Let's converge on this issue. One issue, the issue of corruption in this country. Thank you very much for your continued support. We are getting overwhelming response. This is a non-partisan initiative and we must be peaceful on the day. We don't want any violence. No to violence. This is about peace. God bless you. Thank you.
So this is the reason why Jacob Ngarivhume was convicted. This is the video that he made, and this is also the video that he shared on Twitter. He's saying he did not. The Twitter message that was produced in court is not his. It's a fake one. But either way, this is why Jacob Ngarivhume has been convicted. Just that message. Koma Robson Ruhanya, please, if you can jump on, and we want to hear what you are thinking about everything that is happening. Please join us in the broadcast. Leo, if you can put the link in the comment section so that we have some people that want to join us, especially Koma Ruhanya from Namibia. Please, we want to hear what you think. Let us also know what you are thinking, where you're watching from. Wherever you are, let us know what you think about the citizen caucuses that were going on, and also about the arrest of Jacob Ngarivhume. Just write in the comment section and we'll read your comments. We always want to know what you are thinking. And moving on, talking about arrests, there were arrests in Masvingo, in and around Masvingo. DJ Prof, do you want to talk about that, or let us see the videos first, and then we can comment about the illegal arrest from Masvingo?
Ndinetwa wezhira munya tiri pano pa Masvingo Remand Prison. Tinava Ishmael Zireva avo vanga vakasungwa nekuda kwokuti vakabaya mino yemunhu weFaz vakatongegwa kwe4 months in prison ndokuba vatransferwa zvechop kubva kwachivi vachiuya kuno kuMasvingo. Vazireva, tinokumbira mungotsanangura muchidimbu kuti izvi zvakaitika.
Maita basa. Musi wa 29 January ndakaenda kudare ndichine mission yekundotora dzimwe nhumbi dzandaida kuti dzitogona sabhuku wangu dzekupfeka dzaanga akamirira kubva kugwere kumwana wake. so tasvika padare takasangana nemukomana wefazi anonzi B uraya ishereketi papambosvika complain yekuti vanhu vava vanyimwa zvokudya muraini medu zvichinzi kwanzi muri kusapota zireva nemhaka yedu saka yaapproached him ndikamuti inini B nyambira B shereketi pane vanhu vari kukomplaina vachiti muri kuvanyima food mahandouts egovernment nekuti ndeve triple C nemhaka yei zvikanzi hanini handinambodare inini handigovi food inini ndikati hapana vanhu vari kukomplaina achidaro zvikanzi kana muchiti vanhu vari kukomplaina I can hand you over kuna vachipeta ndove ZANU-PF ndikati it's not nyaya yekuti ZANU-PF ndo yanyima but imi muri kunyima vanhu kuno zvikanzi handinambodaro tobva tati kana usina vanyima no problem hasina basa asi ndo muzita rabuda rako
alright tinotenda saka mama kadi mutorongo mutorongo mama akaoma zvachose hamuna inta hamuna fudhu hamuna chinyi alright mashoko ekupedzisira munoti kudi kuna gweta rei
ndoda kutenda magweta angu akanimirira zvisingaiti ndoda kuvatenda chaizvo uye ndoda kutenda president nosochamisa nesapoti yavatipa nehierarchy yose yepati zvese ndoda kuvatenda nemagweta aita basa ndotenda zvisingaiti ndoti yatiendei mberi nebasa
tinotenda zvakanaka vazireva tinokutenda advocate Martin Mureri nevavamemirira maita zvakanaka thank you.
There you are. You see, this person, this CC activist was arrested for just poking, a finger at someone, a ZANU-PF activist. He was actually thrown in jail for something like that. Yet we are seeing people that are committing big offenses, people that are looting our minerals, people that are committing offenses, and we are seeing them committing what the gold mafias did. But people are just being arrested arbitrarily. That's not good. I just got a short video here from Chinhoyi that we just got. People are saying we were lying that Douglas Monzora ran away or was actually in Chinhoyi trying to take over our offices in Chinhoyi. We now have the video with Douglas Monzora, as part of the rogue group that attacked our youth in Chinhoyi. Leo, if you can play that, then I'll bring in Mr. Ruhanya. Okay, while Leo is, because I just gave him that video, I just got it from our folks in Chinhoyi. Mr. Ruhanya, welcome to the program. Thank you so much, and thank you for the work that you do in Namibia. Please go ahead and comment very quickly on the citizen caucuses and also on the takeover of our party, attempted takeover of our party, and the violence Douglas Monzora and his youth.
All right, thank you very much, Chief, for giving me this opportunity. I think my comments on the behavior of Douglas Monzora is that Douglas Monzora received humiliation through the zeros that he got during the by-election. So right now, he doesn't have any option except to try to disturb the progress that is being achieved by the Citizens Coalition for Change. So we can see that the violence that they are perpetrating is an attempt to disturb the smooth flow of democratic processes that are being undertaken by the citizens movement. I want to applaud the youths who actually stood their ground, although they were few in number, but they managed to fight back and they managed to defend the party offices. We really applaud that, because as we move towards the harmonized elections in July or August, we need to be prepared to defend the vote and the voter, because we know that we are going to face a lot of violence before, during, and after the election. So I want to thank the youth in Chinhoyi who managed to defend what belongs to the people of Zimbabwe.
Yes, thank you very much, Leo. If you are ready with the video with Monzora in red and his jacket, azorowa akasiya bashiro kwete kurowa.
Constitutional court, we were never defeated. In the Constitutional Court on the 8th of May, we are going to win. No one will stop us. We are going to win. We have taken that court, and we are going to defeat
So you can see the embarrassing Douglas Monzora there. You know, it's a pity that other leaders, other political parties are busy preparing for the elections and are doing their candidate nomination processes. Monzora is not doing that. He's busy going after properties. He's busy, you know, looking for something that he can put in his pocket or something that he can use profitably. Obviously, he's going to sell those party offices like he has done with others. This is Douglas Monzora. This is a president of a party who is stooping so low like he has always done to get people injured, as you're seeing in those pictures, you know, going to party offices where people are, where CCC members were, and trying to take over. But we want to thank our champions, our gallant champions in Chinhoyi, because they stopped Monzora in his trek. Monzora was accompanied, of course, by ZANU-PF youth and some of his youth. You know, Monzora doesn't have people. If he wants to take over, if he wants to do something, just like they did with Harvest House, they were accompanied by police, they were accompanied by the soldiers. Today, he was accompanied by ZANU-PF youth, obviously, you know, clad in red attire to so that people would think that these were just MDCT youth. Monzora doesn't have so many people. He had to be helped by his masters, ZANU-PF. And then we're surprised to see ZANU-PF jumped onto that. The Herald publishing lies, saying that MDCT and CCC youth clashed in Chinhoyi. They were, you know, fighting over offices. They actually left something there that this was ZANU-PF youth. This was an initiative by ZANU-PF and Douglas Monzora to try and take over our offices and obviously destabilize the democratic processes that we're trying to put in all the provinces. Leo, you can go ahead and play the video from an eyewitness who was there and also evidence that we have successfully defended what is ours.
Nasi mangwanani makuseni kuma past 6 taona kwa Monzora wachishika pa office vari over 400 marori vaine marori nema trucks marori akatozera manenge masaga ematombo nema vane mutoni marekens and all sort of nenge ma weapons. Saka kwatokuma past 11 ndo patizopazoya makombi abva kuHarare vanhu vachita vaziva ndeko Epworth nekuMbare vapazoya anonzi Sheki Mukoi ndiye auya atoridza futi. We have the cartridge dzemafuti dzefuti yaaridza, we have the evidence vauya nefuti vachida kuti vatoridza futi. Right now munhu akagara paofisi Justin Munyaradzi atokuvadzwa zvakaipisisa atenda kuchipatara zvokuti upenyu hwake hunotori panjodzi. Anotori pacritical kutaura kwatiri kuita izvozvi. Zvinhu hazvinotombomira zvakanaka because makwadziro aitwa nekubleed arasa ropa rakawandisa, saka tiri kutopa nguva yakaoma izvozvi.
And the other video where the youth were now declaring victory.
We have managed to win back our office Monzora tamusvikira achita press conference about tamuita chased away amhanya Monzora tiza zvekusiya bhashi zvekuti aiwa office is now in safe hands kuti tinotenda chose nemacomrades abata basa kuti tiitane uwandu tati vashoma zvedu asi takwanisa kumira sevarume hongu vanga vaine maweapons but takwanisa kuvamhanyisa. Pane mukomana izvo zvandito naye watotenda naye chipatara Nevson kumeso akakuwadzwa akarohwa zvakaipa bhozi azoitwa chirirangwe nemakomana nesecurity yaDouglas Monzora saka asprayiwa naye anonzi Nyongolo driver waMonzora ndiye atomspraya.
Monzora azosiya bhachi. Moving on to yes.
I just have two things that I need to add on the earlier submission in terms of the police brutality and incarceration of CCC in Masvingo. I think we will not be doing justice if we don't speak about Mkoma Councillor Rogers Chikonye in Chiredzi, who has been convicted without any trial by Justice Garai Mawadze in Chiredzi, assisted by Justice Sanlis Sengwe. Has been they said they've been convicted and has been sentenced to 6 months without any trial. They just take him from Chiredzi and said you are going to prison for 6 years, and actually he was heard uttering that there is no need to trial this one, the case is clear. I don't know how justice is now working. Again, we need to speak about the Good West. One of the Good West councillors, Francis Chikore, who was detained again ku Masvingo in a Vachitizhoni. He has held unsanctioned meeting. So I think we will not be doing justice if we don't speak about these people. And I know Koma Francis Chikore is out now. He has been detained, but he has been released. But Councillor Rogers Chikonye also, the lawyers are on it and are working on it to see how can he be assisted to get bail, because he just been convicted without any trial that has been done, without any lawyer. So you can see that the ZANU-PF is on it again, trying to arrest all our councillors, especially the rural councillors. I'm applauding to hear that our deputy spokesperson, Ostalos, was saying that we are not going in future to announce our rural candidates to fear of the fear of that they will be followed by ZANU-PF and arrested and detained or thrown into jails for no reason. Thank you.
Thank you for that, DJ Prof. And moving on, Emerson Mnangagwa is yet brought in more corruption activities, more corrupt activities from the gold mafia to the chrome mafia. We saw that Emerson Mnangagwa and his deputy received millions of dollars from a South African company so that they can, mine chrome in Zimbabwe. And we all know that Emerson Mnangagwa, when he was vice president, he was at the forefront of repealing a law that used to disallow or make it a criminal offense for anyone to take raw chrome out of Zimbabwe so that it will be mined or refined outside the country. But Emerson Mnangagwa fought hard to have that reversed. And immediately after that, that's when this South African company came in and bought shares and started, taking out our chrome. Most of our chrome is being refined in South Africa, is being taken, as raw. There is no value addition. We'll be losing a lot by just doing that. Not only jobs, but a lot other things. But we see now Emmerson Mnangagwa is at the heart of that. Corrupt leadership, corrupt so-called president. Mr. Ruhanya, Trader say na Mnangagwa.
The only solution on Mr. Mnangagwa is that we are supposed to vote in our numbers. We are supposed to ensure that we have polling agents at every polling station. We are supposed to radicalize our people so that they resist any kind of threat from ZANU-PF. What we are seeing concerning corruption, we are seeing that ZANU-PF has been lying to the people of Zimbabwe that the economy is on melted down just because of sanctions. But Al Jazeera and the recent documentary that talked about Chrome, it is actually showing or exposing, unearthing the corruption that Mnangagwa and Cabal are doing in Zimbabwe. So we actually encourage the police, we actually encourage the courts to ensure that those who are looting our resources, those who are pocketing the national cake at the expense of the electorate must be punished. They must be brought to book. It is quite sad that we are seeing no action from the Anti-Corruption Commission, no action from the police since the Al Jazeera expose was actually published. We are quite saddened by such partisan operation of the courts. We urge the police to go and arrest the gold mafia instead of incarcerating Honorable Job Sarowiwa for almost a year now without a trial. This is pathetic. It is actually a clear sign that our courts are partisan, our courts are unprofessional, our courts are biased in favor of the incumbent, clueless regime. So we urge the courts to discharge their duties professionally. Job Sarowiwa is not a criminal. Job Sarowiwa is a lawmaker. Job Sarowiwa is a member of parliament who represents his people. So to incarcerate him for close to a year is a travesty of justice, and that must be challenged with equal measure. Recently, we saw Jacob Ngarivhume being convicted for 4 years, but the chrome mafias are walking scot-free. The gold mafias are walking scot-free. Those who looted our diamonds from Chiazwa are walking scot-free. Mayor Wajajena took millions and he is actually acquitted. This is something that saddens us. So we are not going to let ZANU-PF continue with this gross misgovernance. Let us make sure that we embrace dangerous freedom to fight against peaceful slavery. Thank you, Chief.
Yes, and before I bring in Loveness and DJ Prof, Leo, can you flight the some of the pictures that I hope will make everyone who is here angry. You know, that's the jet, the private jet that Emmerson Mnangagwa has just bought with your money, with money from Chrome, with money from gold. This is $54 million, guys. $54 million. Imagine what you can do with $54 million. Look at that. Look at just the sublimeness, the beauty of you know, the life that Emmerson Mnangagwa and his children are living, while everyone else is suffering. Look at that private jet. I mean, yeah, even Joe Biden, you know, doesn't have such a luxury. But we are seeing Emmerson Mnangagwa purchasing something like that. This is the jet that Emmerson Mnangagwa is, you know, gallivanting the nations that he visits with. This is your money, Zimbabweans. This is the proceeds of the gold in our country, the chrome in our country. If you are not angered by this, I don't know what will. Loveness, how angry are you? You are on mute. You are on mute, Loveness.
Mute, Loveness.
I'm very angry. I'm very angry. Thinking, Kuti, the way we suffered, zvakaita kuti tibude muZimbabwe coming to South Africa. I can't even enjoy my country when I visit. Just because there is no money, there are no jobs. Just visiting to Zimbabwe, I can't even have data for the whole day just because everything is just expensive. But Mnangagwa is enjoying our money just like that. Our families are suffering while Mnangagwa and his family are enjoying our money. This is something which we can never accept at all. I'm very angry, very emotional.
DJ Prof.
Yeah, so so I think the best way that Zimbabweans can do us better or can make us do better is to vote out this regime. Actually, we need to vote out ZANU-PF as a whole. I'm gone are the days where we say we need the MP but not voting the president. ZANU-PF as a system has destroyed our dear loved country. Our only hope is Zimbabwe, and we as Zimbabwean, there's no way that will change to be, and even people are outside the country, our country will remain Zimbabwe. And what we need to do now, remove ZANU-PF in all sectors of the government for the mode of production in Zimbabwe to kickstart. With the ZANU-PF, we know 43 years now of independence, nothing, everything is going retrogressive. So we need a government that can take us forward. We need a government with a vision. We need a government with a visionary, which is our advocate Nelson Chamisa. So there's nothing that we can do. I am angry, Chief. I think I'm one of the people who are angry, and I'm part of that. And we know as Zimbabweans that if you're not going to be angry, Al Jazeera came with a documentary. If you were not angry, here is the jet cam now. You know where the money that was mentioned in the Al Jazeera goes. Can we agitate our anger, but not in a violent way? Just go and speak in the ballot and everything will be fine.
Yes, yes. I agree with you. If you are not angered by this, I don't know what will. And Zimbabweans, let's keep talking about these corrupt activities. Let's not let them die down. I know Zimbabweans, you know, we hear something and then we talk about it, and after a while we forget about it. After some time, we are actually joking about it. We are not going to do that. We shouldn't do that. Let's continue having spaces. Let's continue having Facebook Lives everywhere where you can. We call upon more people to come on and keep talking about these corrupt activities. Also, please do talk to your parents, do talk to your relatives in Zimbabwe. Make sure they know that they are suffering because of this irresponsible, corrupt, looting behavior by Emmerson Mnangagwa and his colleagues. Imagine someone going to buy a $54 million private jet when our hospitals don't have medication, when our schools are in shambles, when our infrastructure is crumbling every day, and someone has the audacity to go and buy a $54 million jet. This is very sad. Is this a leader that you want? Is this a leader that you want to give another 5 years? You want 5 more years of this corruption, 5 more years of this irresponsible behavior? Definitely not. So let's do something about it. I told you that we have another program that is coming on where we're talking about the May Day. May Day is tomorrow, but we still have another big issue that we want to discuss here. We saw this week, a few days ago, the death of Simon Muzenda, former Vice President Simon Muzenda's son, who died in a mysterious car accident in Borodale, because this was someone who was driving in Borodale, for God's sake. You you can't even do over 140 kilometers per hour. And he was involved in an accident on his own. Yeah, it is said that he hit an electricity post, and you see how his car, was blown apart. Kuti mota yake yakaita sei, kuti imota yemunhu aita accident muBorodeo here iyoyo, kumberi nekumashure zvese kwakaita kunonzi kupwanyika pwanyika. And immediately after that, people were suspicious. Simbachkanza was one of the people that reported that the death was suspicious because there was also evidence. We're going to play you the voice of one of the relatives, one of the people that had spoken to Simon Muzenda's son. He was actually a former minister, former deputy minister of public service, and at the time of his death, he was a chairperson of the Minerals Marketing Board, the board that is responsible for all the minerals in Zimbabwe, including the gold, including the chrome. And it is suspected that this man had a lot of information, he had files about the gold mafia and some of the corrupt activities in our minerals, within our minerals. And he was about to spill the beans, and he was eliminated. We are dealing with a government like that, a government that is ruthless, a government that kills anyone that tries to stand in their way. So there is very good evidence that this man, the former minister, was killed, was assassinated because he was about to spill the beans that were going to link the president with what was happening. So Leo, if you can play that video, and then we can bring in all the other guys here to comment. Okay, while Leo is preparing that video, let me start with DJ Prof. The death of Simon Muzenda's son, the connection with the gold mafia, and then now we are seeing Simbachkanza is gone.
Gold mafia zvirikufamba sei tichitotaura nyaya yayo, and he just said to me, inside, so he probably but he knew he was gonna be killed anyway. He knew, but he knew because in my last conversation, what he made an ultra serious, because he said this will leave most of us dead, Yeah, Saka Ininiga, I don't know what I did. No, taitotaura. Then inini manje, for some reason, I don't know what and David, and I'm regretting now. He could have said something about it. No, let us see another. You don't have to tell me. This will leave most of us dead. How he knew about it, I don't know. It is sad, though. It is sad. It is sad. No, Bakamurai.
There we are, folks. This is what is happening in Zimbabwe. Journalists being threatened. I think we also saw the one of the Change Radio correspondents in Masvingo, Dr. Munya, being threatened over the stories that is broken in Masvingo. And we are seeing now Simbachkanza being threatened by, breaking the story on the, alleged assassination of the former vice president's son. There is the car Can you say that's a car that overturned or that had an accident in Borodale? Back and front, sideways. It's a wreck. That's how Mr. Tongai Muzenda died. DJ Prof.
I don't have much to comment about, Chief, but just to say the IT is reminding us to give space for the next program. But anyway, I think Borodale in its totality has become a death trap for ZANU-PF, and no wonder why you find the most of the ZANU-PF gurus stay that side, because they can track you and trap you within their vicinity where no one will understand what happens, because that car to me doesn't look like the car that has hit an electric pole. I don't know if it was on top of the electric pole or on the road, because that car seems like it was wrecked and smudged from somewhere brought to that area, which we know those are the deeds for ZANU-PF in all honesty. That area is a death trap for them. That's what I can say just for now.
Loveness.
Yes, Chief. Yeah, I think what the professor is saying might be true, because we can say he was alone in Borodale, and the car is actually looking like that. It doesn't look like a car which just hit the pole, or maybe yakarola or something. Even if it rolled, I don't think it was going to be looking like that. It looks like something chakatoy squasher. That car maybe pane vakatoisquasha vakaitora from that area vakauisa kuBorodale, because haingambokuvara zvakadaro on its own. Something happened. Something is fishy there.
Something is fishy there. Your thoughts, Mr. Ruhanya?
Chief, that is an obvious footprint of ZANU-PF cowardice. It is unbelievable that when a car hits a pole, it gets damaged all over the body, from the front, the sides, the back, all the sides. You can see that there is a foul play there. We cannot much of time analyzing such a situation, because we know that ZANU-PF has always been dirty, and that is how they deal with evidence. When they want to conceal the evidence, they actually assassinate the source of information. It is clear that the late Muzenda is a victim of ZANU-PF dirty tactics. They didn't want him to expose what the Al Jazeera had alluded to. So we can see that it was actually a dirty game that we always know. We have seen Podagezi, we have seen Moven Mahashi, we have seen a lot of them just dying through these accidents. That is what I can say on that.
Okay, yeah. So that's where we are, Zimbabweans. We are living in a country where if you talk, you are gagged. If you talk, you can end up in jail, or you end up getting threats. And sometimes as Zimbabweans, we take these threats very lightly. That's the reason why we have Chinyanga in jail today, because we'll be saying... What's going on? Is there someone with a mic on? Okay, thank you. So I was just saying that we take these things lightly. We take these threats lightly. Guys, come on, let's mute our phones. Dr. Munya is being threatened.
Someone is playing the music behind.
Yeah, can we please mute? Leo, can you please mute your other gadgets? I don't know what's going on there. So I was saying that we are having people that are being threatened every day. Dr. Munya in Masvingo is living in fear after he was threatened a number of times, not once, and he had to publish what the ZANU-PF people who were threatening her had written to her. And most of the times we take these threats lightly. We did the same with Chinyanga, and Chinyanga is now serving a jail term over something that we never thought that would happen. You know, over something that we thought was very, simple and unharming. But Chinyanga is now in jail, and Jacob Ngarivhume is now in jail because of something that is not even supposed to be something that puts someone in jail, because there's nothing wrong in calling for a demonstration. It's a democratic right. We also saw Fadzai Mahere being convicted of a crime over a law that does not even exist in our constitution. So where are we going? And now we are seeing Simba Chikanza being threatened as well over the reports of the alleged assassination of Mr. Muzenda, or Vice President Muzenda's son. This is a very sad development, and to that extent, someone has opened a GoFundMe to try and help Simba Chikanza. I know how it feels. I know a lot of people will be saying he doesn't deserve it. He is okay. Right now, if Chief Shoshe gets in trouble, vanhu vese vanosiya Chief Shoshe achitambura achinzi Chief ari bo, Chief ari right. I know you can help people, you lend people money, but when you are in need, you never see anyone coming to help you, because everyone will be saying this man is okay. So we might also be doing the same with our comrades. So those who can help, please go ahead and help. I know Leo has already posted that in the comment section. But as we round up here, Loveness, your final words of what is happening, what we're discussing, and then we go to DJ Prof, and then we close with Mr. Ruhanga.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief. My last words to our viewers and listeners. I just want to say, let's try by all means to change the situation in Zimbabwe. Takatarisana na Mnangagwa. Zvinhu zvaari kuita, this thing we can end it. Every time when we hold our elections in Zim, Zimbabweans, especially elders, they are being threatened. But we will see you when you're in the ballot box. But when you're when you're voting, we see everything that you do. We see where you put your eggs. They are being given cups of rice. It's something that is very small. But this time around, please, you can get those things. Mango, do the mango strategy. Mango lies everything. Get those things. Those makape rice. Why ato rice tereg? Just pretend to be ZANU-PF. Kuti musakwazwa. And then when the time comes to vote, let's end this Emerson Mnangagwa thing and his evil deeds. We are tired. Thank you, Chief.
Very, very, very true. I like that. Mango rice, everything. Yes, Blue Mango strategy. I like that. I like that. And please, taurirai na mai venyu na baba venyu pekuvhotera. Musaudzirwe nana chief nana sabhuku. Vana tete venyu. Sure. Mai vako vanoudzwa pekuvhotera na sabhuku. Iwe uripo. Come on, guys. DJ Prof, your last words. DJ Prof, you're on mute.
Thank you so much. My last word to the viewers and listeners, as I am looking into your eyes, those who are viewing us, is that you and me, we are the change that we want in Zimbabwe. And the change only comes in the coming election, and we need to vote this regime out. We need to speak with the ballot and speak rigorously and speak loudly that we do no longer want this government to continue presiding over us. That's my last word to the viewers and listeners. Let's encourage everyone to go and vote. I know we have been encouraging each other to go and register to vote. Now let's change the gear into the red one, to waiting for the day that will be announced, and then we are prepared to go and vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DJ Prof, for that, and thank you for the work that you do on radio and in South Africa. Mr. Ruhanya, your last words.
Yeah, on mute.
Am I clear now?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. I want to urge citizens in the diaspora to encourage their families to register to vote, remind them to go and vote for the change that delivers, and also radicalize them to be prepared to defend the vote during the July or August elections. I would like to encourage citizens to peacefully fight against the attempt by ZANU-PF to ban the constitution. We are seeing the incarceration of Honorable Job Sarowiwa Scala, and recently we have seen a transformed Zimbabwe President Ngarivhume being convicted, sent to prison for 3 years. We are seeing that ZANU-PF is trying to ban the constitution because the right to protest is enshrined in the supreme law of the country. If we look at section 59 of our constitution. So we need to ensure that we confront ZANU-PF demanding the restoration of the rule of law and constitutionalism. Because as we go towards the 2023 elections, July or August, we are seeing that violence is going to be used by ZANU-PF as their habit during the election season. So the attempt to ban the constitution must be resisted with equal measure by all the citizens. Let's be prepared to defend the vote after voting big so that we win big. Thank you very much, Chief.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Ruhanya. There you have it, folks. Let's mobilize. Let's talk to our relatives to go and register to vote. Remember, registering is still ongoing. You can still register. And through that, we can remove this government. That's the only way. The good thing is the solution is just around the corner. Let's encourage our folks to register. We register big. We also vote big, and we support our party big. We support our party activities big, and we defend our votes big. And you're going to see us winning big in 2023. And I have no doubt that that is possible. Let's all play our part as Zimbabweans. Thank you very much for watching. Those who were on ZimEye and Change Radio, we appreciate you. We'll see you in the next program where we're talking about the May Day. To everyone who was here, DJ Prof, Loveness, Mr. Ruhanya, and Leo behind the scenes, we thank you. And we continue to salute our comrades in Chinhoyi who defended our party against the rogue Douglas Monzora. If you talk about violence, nowhere to go. It's in MDC. MDCT and ZANU-PF are the two homes of violence. Thank you and God bless you.
Ulilima wapuma, vekupinga wapuma, kukwekwe wapuma, kukokwe wapuma, zegeza wapuma, mukoba wapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe, kumbizo wapuma, kwamutoko wapuma, kariba wapuma, kumula wapuma, kuzaka wapuma, ikita wapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Vashandi vese vapfuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare tagara, diaspora yapfuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare tagara, mundorose nyika inozapfuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare tagara, ndiro zvekudenga dzapfuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe.
Well, it looks like we are continuing in the same broadcast. I thought we were going to change our broadcast. We have the next program coming on with Champion Barbara. Champion Barbara, please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners. Let's get ready to talk about or to hear about the May Day that is coming on tomorrow. Barbara, if you are speaking, you are on mute.
Hi, Chief. Hello. Let me just trying to fix my things here. Chief Sose, how are you?
I'm all right. Are you ready for the May Day? Are you ready for the Workers' Day? Those who are just joining us, we are talking about the May Day celebrations. As you know, our party is aligned to the workers. It's a worker-centered party. It's a party that thinks about the workers, that puts workers at the center of everything, because workers are citizens. And as a result, you see us participating in various celebrations that are going on around the country, including in major cities like Bulawayo, Gweru, and Harare. And tonight, we're depending on where you are, we have veteran trade unionist Barbara to walk us through, what will be happening. And we also have a guest from the Labor Caucus who also be helping us to dissect this very important issue. Over to you, Barbara. You are on mute. It looks like Barbara is talking to
Okay,
our guest.
sorry, Chief, I was on mute. I was saying our guest today, Comrade Mandla Swanda, won't be able to join us on video because there's no electricity in Bulawayo where he stays. So I've just connected him with my other gadget. I hope he's going to be clear. How are you, Chief Soshe? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe, from wherever you are. Lingabe litshona njani, lavuka njani, mthwakazi omuhle. Yebo sesihlangana njalo kuhlelo lwethu Padare naMambo Soswe edale lenduna yako Soswe. Namhla sizabe sixoxa ngelanga lezisebenzi elikhona kusasa 1 May, International Workers Day or May Day. Njengoba lisazi ibandla le CCC, Citizens Coalition for Change, libandla elisekela kumbe elisekelane lezisebenzi libandla eliqhakathekisa izisebenzi, libandla lezisebenzi, ibandla elilezisebenzi, ibandla elazi ukuqhakatheka kwezisebenzi. So kusasa njengoba kuzabe kulilanga lezisebenzi, silazo izisebenzi lapha esizinxusileyo. Njengoba ke ngakhuluma ngaphambilini, silobaba uMandla Sibanda ovela koBulawayo. uMandla Sibanda yena ngu-General Secretary we Cement and Lime Workers and Cement, Lime and Allied Workers Union Clause. Aphinde njalo abe nguThomba uChalmana owe-Labour Caucus in Politics. Uzalitshela ukuthi kuyini kulokho okuthiwa yi-Labour Caucus in Politics. Uzalitshela njalo ukuthi bona njengezisebenzi kuyini abakuqoqileyo ilizwe lonke jikelele. Thina njenge-Change Radio lathi sisekela ibandla elisekela izisebenzi, lathi siyizisebenzi, lathi e-Change Radio silezisebenzi. Ngakho uhlelo lolu siluletha ukuthi sazi ukuthi khona izisebenzi ziqhakatheke njani lokuthi ziphathwe njani kwele Zimbabwe. Ngithemba libona ukuthula okwenzakalayo, ukuthi asisakwazi ukuthi khona zikhona yini izisebenzi kumbe kazikho, kuyini okwenzakalayo. Uzasitshela ke ubaba uSibanda. We are live on Change Radio itself. We are live on Facebook. We are live on our Twitter. We are also live on our YouTube channel. We are live on Zim-I Twitter, Zim-I Facebook. So please, thank you so much for joining us. I just want Comrade Mandla Sibanda to greet us so that we can hear whether he is audible. Comrade Mandla Sibanda, kunjani baba? Siyakwamukela. Welcome to our show. Change Radio welcomes you. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Comrade Barbara. Linjani, siyaphila ngithemba ngiyezwakala.
Is he clear, Chief?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you, Mr. Mandla? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. How ready are you for tomorrow's celebrations? Just give us the state of preparedness and what it means to you.
Thank you, Chief. Okokuqala, ngithanda ukuthi ngibingelele izisebenzi zonke zeZimbabwe jikelele. Ngibingelele lani, comrades e-Change Radio, and thank you for appreciating the work, good work that is being done by the general workforce of Zimbabwe. Sasa ntange kukhuthaza izisebenzi ilanga
Yeah, you may have to raise your voice and tell me, Barbara, if you may have to get the phone closer so that we can continue to hear you.
Okay, hold on, Comrade Mandla. Let me. Previously I had put some my earphones, Chief. I think that's the reason why my voice is so low. Let me come out and then I'll come back. My volume
your voice
is not
very good. It's just that Mr. Manja was like fading away. But when you started, we could hear you.
Yours is too low.
Oh, okay.
Mandla, can you hear Chief clearly?
Yes, I can hear you very clear.
How is the volume now, Chief?
It's good. It has been good.
Okay, you can continue, man.
Thank you. I hope Chief
Yes,
thank you so much for this opportunity. Like I was saying, kusasalila ngelikhulu ilanga lapho esicommemorate khona ilanga lezisebenzi umhlaba wonke jikelele leZimbabwe. So ke bakithi silungiselele njenge ZCTU ilungiselele ama functions njengenjayelo azabe senziwa ilizwe lonke jikelele. Ama functions lawa azabe khona endaweni eziningi kodwa koBulawayo sizabe sise a small city hall koBulawayo sizabe sise small city hall. Yikho lapho siyabe sicommemorate khona ilanga lezisebenzi sikhona.
Yebo, siyabonga kakhulu Comrade Mandla Sibanda njengomkhokheli we-Labour caucus in politics. Kuyini lina elikukhangeleleyo kuyini ongasitshela khona ngeqembu leli okuthiwa yi-Labour caucus in politics?
Siyabonga Barbara. What I will do is, first of all, I will introduce the Labour caucus in politics so that at least people understand where we are coming from. Right. The Labour caucus in politics is a network of Labour activists who are committed to social, economic, and political emancipation of citizens through effective participation in mainstream politics, right? So basically, esikutshoyo ukuthi njengezisebenzi esesikwenzile ukuthi sibone kuqhakathekile ukuthi siphatheke ngokwezinga eliphezulu kwezombusazwe ukwenzela ukuthi izisebenzi ziphatheke kuhle lozulu jikelele weZimbabwe aphatheke kuhle. So ke yikho sikhona njengeqembu le-Labour caucus in politics. So ngamafitshane ngingathi yikho lokho okukhona okwenzakeleyo njalo isisusa esenze ukuthi size sibe laleli size leqembu leli esesiliformile ukuthi sinanzelele ukuthi abameli bezisebenzi beZimbabwe jikelele abasaphathekanga Barbara njengokuthi ukuthi sethola selibona kuthulezwi sengani izisebenzi azikho. Ayisikho ukuthi into eyenzakala ngemistake is a deliberate nasikeni bayibona abameli bezisebenzi ngoba baphuma out in the open and clearly indicated ukuthi khona bona they will take an apolitical stance. Apolitical means ukuthi they will not be interested in any political activities within the country. They won't be interested in the governance issues of the country. But sasesithi thina ngeke phela kube right ukuthi sikhulume ngokuthi
Yeah, Comrade Mandla is yes. Okay, you are reconnecting. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ngisathi mina sananzelela ukuthi akungeza ke kulunge ukuthi iziphathamandla zezisebenzi zithi zona they will be apolitical abazi ukuphatheka kwezombusazwe ngoba ezombusazwe yizo ezidala udumo olukhona kuzisebenzi zonke zeZimbabwe la kuzulu weZimbabwe jikelele. So uthi kuze ku-improve lokho kuyaswelakala ukuthi abamele izisebenzi baphume bazwakale besilwa lalokhu kungaphatheki kuhle kwezisebenzi lozuku eZimbabwe jikelele. And they can only do that in a political platform. So what we are then saying is, as the Labour caucus in politics, we then came into the frame so that we balance the political setup for the purposes of enhancing loyalty.
Okay, thank you so much, Comrade Mandla Sibanda. Yes, I think you've got a point there whereby you are saying, as workers can never be apolitical, as long as the environment that they are living in is a dictatorship environment. So a dictator, the first victim of a dictator is a worker. The dictator, half the time dictators are elitist. So elitists do not want to part with their monies. Elitists thrive in cheap labor. So elitists do not want labor laws to be used in organizations. Elitists, they what you call what you call, there's this word that I wanted to use, ukuthi bayancindezela izisebenzi, subjugate workers. So if workers are being subjugated, you cannot then say you want to be apolitical unless if you are captured. So this is why we are not seeing any action from the ZCTU. We knew a ZCTU which used to stage demonstrations, the likes of the times of Morgan Tongai, the times of Chibebe, the times of Wana Ngarivhume Matombo, the times of Wana George Nkiwane. You know, it was a vibrant worker organization that even went on to form a political party called Movement for Democratic Change. That's why you said from the beginning, you are political because the politics of the day affects workers. So, Comrade Mandla Sibanda, what do you think this Labour caucus is gonna produce in the near future? Do you think workers are going to bite in from all over the world, or since it's still a new organization, how far have you gone, or how is it being taken by other workers? I know it's very difficult to convince people that have been told we are apolitical. Now then there's this group, we said no, we have to do politics. What have you got to say, Comrade Mandla?
Firstly, Comrade Barbara, I may want to take you through just a few objectives of the LCP so that you would understand where we are coming from and why we are in existence. I will continue to refer to it as LCP because it's the shortcut of Labour caucus in politics. Its objectives, among others, would include to promote the effective participation of Labour activists and citizens in the governance, and to build a class consciousness of the working class in order to defend the social, economic, and political agenda of the working class. And we would also want to build a political power of the working class for advancing the political interests of the class and the broader citizens, right? We would also want to occupy any available political space in defense of the interests and rights of citizens and workers in Zimbabwe. And we want to identify, capacitate, and support trade union cadres who are committed to a working class ideology. We want to organize and maintain a powerful, effective, democratic, independent caucus pressure group in Zimbabwe. which is going to cater for the interests of the working class and the general citizenry of Zimbabwe. We also want to protect and advance workers' interests against all forms of discrimination, exploitation, and abuse by capital and government. We would also fight for political power on behalf of the working class through mobilizing working people for political action. And we would want to effectively communicate the political agenda of the working class and create and promote and advance the political agenda of the working class through establishing mutually beneficial relationships with political parties that share our values. Right. So basically, Papa, those are some of our objectives. And as you can read into those, basically what we want to do is we want to formulate a powerhouse that will be pro-poor oriented, pro-people oriented, and that will cater for the interests of the general citizens of Zimbabwe and the working class in particular.
Yes, thank you so much, Comrade Mandla Swanda. Chief Soshe, over to you. I know you also have got questions that you'd want Comrade Mandla Swanda to answer concerning tomorrow's activities during the Workers' Day or the International Workers' Day. Over to you, Chief Soshe. Are you there? Do we still have Chief Soshe there? Okay, whilst Chief Soshe is coming, Amanda Swanda, like you said, Kuti, you want workers you want to conscientize workers on this class struggle. Since from time immemorial, the struggles, the revolutions were started by workers because of the problems that they were facing in the workplace. And as a veteran trade unionist, I've also seen some trade unions, the international trade unions, being aligned to opposition political parties. I can safely say most of the countries that I visited, the centers or the labor centers, they were aligned to the main opposition political parties, and they would also second their cadres to be in those in the government or in party or in councils. So you, as the labor caucus in politics, are you also looking at the same route? Do you have cadres that have joined the process of being nominated or of being selected as MPs or as councillors? Do you have any members in your labor caucus in politics group? Comrade Mandaswanda, did you hear me? Hello? Hello? It seems Comrade Mandaswanda is breaking. Chief Soshe, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Comrade Mandla, you are breaking. Let me call again, Comrade Mandla. You are breaking. Let me call you again. You can go ahead, Chief Shoshe. Maybe you want to comment, but I wanted you to also ask Comrade Mandla some questions. But any comment, general comment, whilst I'm reconnecting Comrade Mandla Swanda.
Yes, I don't want to delve much into the labor politics because I'll end up saying things that will upset other people. But you know, I know from my limited information, that the ZCTU, Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Union, you know, that used to be a powerful organization, you know, backing workers, representing workers, and making sure that workers are, you know, treated well, is not doing what it is supposed to be doing. Especially if you look at what is happening in the gold mines. You know, those are workers. You know, they need to be organized into, you know, some kind of union, or there has to be something that needs to be done. You know, they work with no protective clothing. The conditions are just miserable. They are not being rewarded or paid well for their efforts. I think I have seen the pictures and the videos, you know, how people are dying in those gold mines, in those illegal gold mines. And yet we have so much money that is coming into the country. Some are even looting the resources that are coming from the gold mines, and from the efforts of these workers, from the efforts of these gold miners. It's very sad. And if ZCTU was still the ZCTU that I know, they would have done something about it by now. But things have changed, and it's very sad. Is Mr. Manja on? Because I would want him to respond.
Unfortunately, his battery has gone off. Like I said, there's no electricity. At least I think he's done his best, but we wanted him to tell us exactly where people will be gathering. I think we've got that information. Chief will tell the people later in the program. But we just wanted to thank Comrade Mandla Swanda for availing himself to this program, this very important program. We know, you know, life in Zimbabwe is so difficult. Workers are struggling to make ends meet, and hence is sacrificed to come to this program, even if he doesn't have electricity. That's why we had to connect him through WhatsApp calling. Thank you so much, Mandla Swanda and the Labour Caucus in Politics. Thank you so much for providing a speaker to us. Yes, Chief, over to you. I think Uneshungu, you can just say anything that you want to say, because we know in Zimbabwe there is freedom of speech. People have to know the truth, Chief Shoshe. I'd asked Mandla to say, are they doing anything to second some comrades into the mainstream opposition positions, like the MPs and the councillors? And he was about to answer that question, but I can safely say, Chief, yes, there are people in the Labour Caucus in Politics that have been nominated to be MPs, to be councillors, to be proportional representatives, to be even the provincial councils. They've been nominated, and there is quite a number of them. Chief, when I was still in the labor movement, we used to say nothing for us without us. You can't keep on blaming the parliament or blaming the MPs to say, why are you not doing this when you are outside? And we used to say, atidi kugerwa ndebvu tisipo, kana kuti atidi kugerwa musoro yedu tisipo. So I think they are just leading by example, and I understand they're also there. Some of them are also commissioners, Chief. They've been in the process, the screening process. They are also there, and I understand they're also going to provide some polling agents, polling officers for the party, because they had a presser, Chief, where they openly declared their allegiance to CCC. They did not even beat about the bush. They said Labour caucus in politics is aligned to Citizens Coalition for Change, which I think it's a broad statement, and we applaud them for that. And atijiri uroi akuku, and atijiri uroi mukunyara. We call a spade, and I think they did a very good thing.
Yeah, I mean, the relationship between the worker and CCC, which is a movement that is 100% vested interest in the welfare of workers, has to be maintained. From our old formation of MDC, we know that the MDC moved from the workers' movement, which was the ZCTU. But over the past few years, we've seen ZANU-PF making concerted effort to try and destabilize ZCTU and also take it over. And now I think they've successfully or partially succeeded in doing that, because I'm not happy with the performance of the ZCTU. These are my own personal opinions. They are not the opinions of any organization or movement. And it's very sad to see that once a formidable organization, once an organization that fought for everything, that fought for the rights of our workers, now workers are not being well represented, and the connection that was there on the politics of the country and ZCTU has disappeared. And they say they don't want to be involved in the politics of the country. But workers are, part of the political environment. They are part of the country's social, political, and economic environment. So you cannot distance yourself from politics, because you are in politics. You are meeting politics every day. When you are at work and you are being fired from work, or you are being retrenched because companies are closing down, that's politics. You are a worker and you're not being paid what is enough even to cover your bus fare. That is politics. You are a worker and you don't have protective clothing and no one is representing you. You are a worker, especially a gold miner. You are mining gold, but you are not making any ends meet. There's nothing that is working for you and your family. And then ZCTU says they don't want to have anything to do with the politics of the country. To me, that is nonsensical. It's nonsense, because workers are affected by politics, and for the workers to begin to get decent wages, as a country, we need to fix the politics of our country. We need to make sure that the economic, the social, and the political environment is conducive. When the environment is conducive, then you have investors coming in, you have industrialists coming in, you have people with money to invest coming in and building up industries, building up companies, expanding existing industry and existing companies. But they will not come when we don't have a conducive environment. One of the critical areas of concentration of government should be to create a conducive environment so that jobs are created. That is not being done. This government, has caused retrenchments. It has caused so many companies to close. There is a list that goes on social media where you see, hundreds of companies, not 5, not 6, not 10, not 20 companies, but hundreds of companies that include Colgate, Palmolive, Johnson & Johnson, Zisco Steel, Wange Colliery, many big companies that used to be there. And those companies are no longer there. So it's clear that this government has failed to create that environment, that conducive environment. And in so doing, they are failing the workers. So there's no way we can, have an organization that says it represents workers, but it's not fighting for the workers. So I really welcome the Labour Caucus, what they're doing, and renewing existing relationships with the political party, that is the CCC, because CCC is citizens, and citizens are workers. So that relationship must be maintained. So I'm looking forward, Barbara, to see what will be happening tomorrow in Bulawayo, in Harare. We'll be watching the space, and we urge everyone to watch the space as well.
Yes. I've seen the schedule of the events tomorrow, Chief. In the labor fraternity in the ZCTU, there is no such thing called Matebele land, Mashona land, Manika land. The regions in the west in the ZCTU, there's the western region, which covers Bulawayo, which covers Bulawayo, which the one that you want to call Matebele land is called the western region. The one that you call Masvingo is called the Masvingo region. The one that you call Harare is called northeastern region, and Mashonaland it's northern region. And then there is also central region, which covers Gweru and the surrounding areas. So why was this introduced, Chief, in the ZCTU? It was introduced so that it won't there won't be any tribalism of some sort, to say the words Wanamatebele land, Wanamashona land, but they promote division, they promote tribalism, regionalism. And I thought I think it worked, Chief, or it works, because in the ZCTU you don't even hear this thing of tribalism, to say we cannot be led by this, you cannot be led Naningi. You find everyone, as long as the qualification is a worker. We want they are so united. It's only now when ZANU-PF is now got into ZCTU. And I remember when the new leadership was ushered in, Mnangagwa himself said kuti anzi ZCTU and ZANU-PF are like Siamese twins. They are not separable. Chief. So there will be activities in those regions. There is the fly. So all workers, all citizens are being encouraged, because if you are not formally employed, you are informally employed, and informal workers are workers. So everyone of us have to go and support the workers. They have to go and support. That's why I'm seeing that flyer by Labour Caucus. It's flyer by Labour Caucus, but the event will be under ZCTU. They are still under ZCTU, but they've decided to clearly mark themselves, to say isusu tinoita politics, because if you don't do politics, politics will do us. That hence the formation or the rise of the Labour Caucus in politics. So there is the flyer. Workers are encouraged to join. There's also encouragement from CCC. Can you please put the flyer from the organizing department of CCC? There's also encouragement to say all members. Can you put it, Leo? So that when I talk, people will see the flyer, a yellow flyer. It's a yellow flyer from Citizens Coalition for Change, whereby Citizen Coalition for Change is inviting all citizens to attend the May Day celebrations in every area where they are located. If you are in Bulawayo, you go to a small city hall. If you're in Harare, there is the venue. If you are in Bedbridge, Ngarivhume. If you are in Gweru, there's also the stadiums. Let me enlarge this. and say it as it is. Northeastern region, which is Harare, is the Warasekwa Stadium. Marondera is Nehanda Hall. Southern region, Masvingo, Mucheke Stadium. In Triangle is Mufakos Ground. Central region, Gweru, Mukoba Stadium. Zvishawane is Chiedza Stadium. And then there is the flyer from the CCC. Okay, let me read it. And a reminder of the 1st of May countrywide Workers' Day commemoration. This stands as a sharp reminder to all MPs, councillors, and change champions that tomorrow's Workers' Day commemorations is a must-attend program. We are also urging all citizens across the whole of Zimbabwe to make a special effort to attend this year's May Day commemorations in their respective areas. ZCTU has provided venues in all the provinces and major towns. Therefore, it is key to show solidarity with the workers on this important day. CCC observes and respects workers' rights and is cognizant of the workers' plights. CCC believes that in a new Great Zimbabwe, workers will get remuneration that tallies with the illustrious efforts they give to shape this country. Below are the venues as provided by ZCTU. Please be guided accordingly. I was saying, Kuti, no region, Northeastern, Harare, is the Warasekwa Stadium. Marondera, Nehanda Hall. Western region, Bulawayo, Small City Hall. Wange Collier Grounds. Victoria Falls, Chinotimba Stadium. Gweru, which is Central region, Mkoba Stadium. Zvishawane, Chiedza Hall. Mutare, Moffat Hall. Rusape is Vengere. Southern region, Masvingo, Mucheke Stadium. Bedbridge is Tiluvadzimu. Triangle is Mufakos Ground. Northern region, Chinhoyi Stadium. Banket, Sacred Heart. Chegutu, Afroshin Smelting Ground. Kadoma, Rio Tinto Club. Kariba, Nyamunga Stadium. Register big, elect big, and win big. As workers, we also have to encourage them to register and vote in their numbers, because if they don't vote in their numbers and vote for change, they will continue struggling. They will continue. Right now, workers are earning my bond notes, and yet Wanamanangagwa, they are busy buying private jets for 56 million. They have refurbished the State House for 6 million. This shows that Mnangagwa is not even ready, or is not even prepared to move from State House. So it's the people that we should move him from State House, because it's not his, it's ours. Over to you, Chief Soshe. Member Shosho, you're on mute. I don't know what has happened with Chief Shoshe there. Leo, do you have any video, anything that you want to show our viewers and listeners before we say goodbye to our viewers? I think we have said enough. Please, let's all attend the May Day commemorations in wherever you are. There is the flyer. Please share this video widely so that people can see the venues of tomorrow's May Day commemoration. Please, 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 let's go in our numbers. Let's go in our numbers. If I were Leo, I was going to play our dedicated workers, Mugowe, kana tichibvumirwa kuiplaya Leo, Mugowe by Jakata. You know that song, it reminds me of how workers of Zimbabwe are treated. You know, they work so hard, but they are given peanuts. You know, we have a government that does not even care about the workers. It doesn't even care about the teachers. It doesn't even care about nurses, let alone the doctors. And yet, workers are the most vulnerable, are the most valuable assets in an organization. If you are an employer and you don't recognize or value your employee, then it's a recipe for disaster for your organization. It will not last, because workers are the backbone of every organization. I just want to thank you. Ngifuna ukuthi ngilibonge Mthwakazi omuhle ngokulalela okuhle, bekulithuma elihle ukuthi sibe lani lapho kade sixoxisana khona lo Mandla Sibanda we-Labour Caucus in Politics, esitshela ngenhlelo zakusasa phela eze May Day. Nxa ukobulawayo hamba eWhite City uyebonana labanye, liye celebrate, vela akulanto elokucelebrate, inxe kungaphuma ama-strategies lapho kubuthene khona abantu, yikho kuphuma khona ama-strategies ukuthi senzeni ngegolide leli elitshontshwayo. Ingxebe abantu bengaphuma bezondile bayenze into ebambekayo. Siyabonga, libe lilanga elihle, belilanga elokuthi sikhumbuzane nge-Workers Day phela, siku-ZimEye, siku-Change Radio, YouTube, Facebook, siku-Twitter, Change Radio yona ngokwayo. Mina lo Chief Shoshe, induna yako Shoshe, ngibone sidiniwe because ibile yinye program ngaphambilini. Sithi lisale kuhle, libe lokulalela okuhle. Happy viewing and happy listening. Thank you so much and goodbye. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Babsi signing off. Thank you.
Ulilima waphuma, bekuphinga waphuma, ukwekwe waphuma, ukwekwe waphuma, zengeza waphuma, mukomba waphuma, kutijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe, umbizo waphuma, kwa mutoko waphuma, kariba waphuma, umula waphuma, uzaka waphuma, ikita waphuma, utijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Bashami wese waphuma, utijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, diaspora yaphuma, utijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, mondoro senyika inodzapuma, utijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, ndirozi dzekudenga dzapfuma, utijabisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe.